Hi everyone, it's Dee's here. Today I purchased an oyster mushroom starter pack. So I thought it would be nice to take you through the steps of these mushroom farms. I purchased a big box a few months ago of some button mushrooms, and that didn't do too good because I kept it in the garage and it was in dark most of the time, so I also think I overwatered that kit. So we got some mushrooms from that, but not an awful lot. So they suggest to put these in light but not direct sunlight. So I'm going to try this kit and keep it under the back veranda, which gets a little bit of light but not direct sunlight. So crossing my fingers, because once I start harvesting the mushrooms, I want to make a video on mushroom soup with these oyster mushrooms. This particular variety is pearl oyster. You can get golden oyster, and there's a pink or red oyster mushroom you can get as well. So let's just start with the pearl oyster. This was $20, which is quite expensive really, but depending on how many mushrooms you get, I know oyster mushrooms are quite expensive too. So oyster mushroom starter pack contains all you need. You get the mushroom grains, a growing board, bag and instructions. So let's open the package. I purchased this at Bunnings, which is a hardware store, and they have plants and all sorts of things there. They're quite big in Australia. Yeah, I always love going to Bunnings. Can hear the wind and rain. It's quite cold today. So autumn has really set itself in, I think. I just thought, darn it, I have some washing on the line. was any quiet way I could have done that. So it contains 50 grams of dried grains, your own fresh mushrooms with a refined flavour and velvety texture. So, the growing instructions for various ways of growing. So you can sew into straw, or you can sew onto a growing board, which is what I have here. So it's the simple and reliable way to grow shiitake and oyster mushrooms, suitable for indoors or outdoors, can be started any time of the year, not suitable for white or chestnut button mushrooms. So these boards are good just for the shiitake and oyster. Packet. Gee, they really pack these well, don't they? So I think what you have to do is soak the board for a few hours first. Marvellous mushrooms growing boards. These boards are produced from chemical-free poplar wood that's been sterilised, making an ideal growing medium for shiitake, pearl oyster, golden oyster and pink oyster mushrooms. So, step 1. Fill a suitably sized sink with warm clean water and soak the 2 boards in the water for 15 minutes. After 15 minutes, empty the sink and stand the boards on edge to drain for a further 5 minutes. So I actually thought that you had to soak the water for a bit longer, for a few hours, so that's good. Next, place one of the boards flat on the drainer and evenly sprinkle the contents of the Mr. Fothergill's mushroom grain packet, which is this, over the surface of the board, like so. Then you place the second board on the top of the first, so you're not to separate the boards at any stage of growing. So once you put the 2 boards together, that's it. Place the complete sandwich into the clear bag provided with the boards. Yes. They're a very soft board. You can see once it takes on all the water. Put that bag aside. So you place the complete sandwich or the 2 boards into the clear bag provided with the boards. Loosely close the bag by tying or use a wire tie, leaving a small opening to allow air circulation. The bag should remain fairly loose around the boards. Store the bag and contents at room temperature, avoiding direct sunlight until completely incubated. This will take approximately 6 weeks, depending on storage conditions. That's a long time, actually. When ready, a white, woolly flour-like mould should appear all over the boards. Shiitake will have reddish-brown coloured patches. Place the bag somewhere cool, such as the fridge, for 2 days. Remove from the cool location, stand on a tray, and carefully cut away the top of the bag or holes in the bag where first signs of mushrooms appear. Spray frequently to keep moist and leave a little water in the bottom of the bag to ensure it doesn't dry out. Alternatively, the boards can be placed outside. Bury the boards vertically with 3/4 covered with soil in a sheltered position out of direct sunlight, and you can keep it damp that way. The cold location should prompt the production of mushrooms, which will begin to appear through the sides and top of the board within a couple of weeks. For best results, pick mushrooms when they are young, before the caps unfurl completely. And the board will produce up to 3 flushes of mushrooms before all nutrients in it are consumed. When it stops producing mushrooms, discard it and start again with a new board. And I think you can keep the boards for compost, which is good. So I'm going to go and take these boards to the sink and soak the boards for about 15 minutes. So I will take you along once they've been soaked, and just to show you some footage. And these are the boards. Very fibrous and spongy. Still firm but spongy. So I'm just a little bit sad that it's going to take 6 to 8 weeks for me to make you some mushroom soup. The edges are quite fibrous and soft, they feel like velvet. So let's go over to the sink. Hi guys, I'm back. The boards have been soaking. I'll just spin the camera around so you can see. So they've been soaking for about 20 minutes. The instructions said for 15, but I'll just let them soak for an extra 5. I drained the water out and they've been sitting here for 5 minutes, just draining away the excess. So now it's time to sprinkle the mushroom seeds or grains, whatever you call them, on the board. So we'll spin the camera around so you can see what I'm doing, hopefully. So I have one of the boards and it says place one of the boards flat on the drainer and evenly sprinkle the contents of the mushroom grain over the surface of the board. Don't they look delicious? So I'm going to cut that open. Grains inside. Funny looking things. So just carefully sprinkle that. I've got everything. Some of them rolled down the sink, so just get those. I want to get as many mushrooms out of this as I can. So I'm just going to flatten them, level them out a little bit. See what it says again. Evenly sprinkle. Okay. And on the photo here, they seem pretty flat, so I'll just even them out a little bit. There's a couple of clumps here. I don't want them right on the edge, because that's likely to dry out, I guess, so I don't know if it matters or not. So once I place the other ball on top of this, I'm not to lift it up at all. Oh, that one went down the drain. Okay, so just get the other board. Place the second board on top of the first as if making layers of a sandwich. do not separate the boards at any stage of growing. So here we go. That was pretty easy. Next, we have to place the complete sandwich into the clear bag provided the boards. Loosely close the bag by tying or using a wide twister tie, leaving a small opening to allow for circulation. So this is the bag that was provided. Move it around and slide it in. Hopefully everything will stay put. And the bag should remain fairly loose around the boards. So I haven't placed the board right up against the edge here. There's about a couple of inches or an inch space there. Just straighten that out. So I said to leave a small opening. I have twister tie too from my freezer bags, and I'm just going to twist two of them together to make it a little bit longer. I'm just going to twist that around and over, and I have just a little bit of a gap here. So I'm going to pop that outside for the next 6 weeks out under the back veranda. I'll take a picture so you can see where I've placed it, and yeah, hopefully in a couple of months I will have some delicious mushrooms, the pearl oyster, and I will harvest it on camera, and then hopefully I'll have enough to make a soup. So it's ready to go out. Thanks for watching, guys, and I really hope that this works so that I can show you the mushrooms in a few weeks' time. Take care, and we'll see you next time. Bye for now.